of peeks of sunshine today, and as always, after so many stormy and gloomy days, it's almost blinding. The sun angle is very low this year anyway, and the streets are wet, so if you're trying to drive, it's like...
Yeah, there's that period of time where, the low sun angle is actually a pain when you're driving. It's funny, because we don't get much daylight, but the daylight we get is right in our eyes. And with snowpack, it's one of those deals where we're slowly kind of eating away at it, and we're going to do a brain drops in the next couple of days on how you can melt snow when it's below freezing as well, but we didn't have to do that today. It was in the mid-30s in a lot of spots. A lot of clouds swirling around. It's kind of a mess in the atmosphere behind our storm system that lasted about 2 days for a lot of us. So it's not a dominant high pressure or dominant low pressure. It's a bit of a middle ground, and that's why we're seeing a mixture of sun and clouds during the day and then partly cloudy overnight. Here are the highs today. Our average high is actually 41 over southern Maine at least, so we were technically below average, although it did not feel that way with temps in the mid and upper 30s, and we did do some melting and softening up of the snow that was on the ground. So as I mentioned, tomorrow is almost exactly the same as today. The only difference at all is maybe a snow flurry over down East Maine in the morning, but the rest of the day plays out the same way. Sun and cloud mix, temperatures in the mid upper 30s, and then we go partly cloudy overnight. Thursday night it's pretty chilly. Friday starts with sun but clouds up quickly. And watch this clipper sail by Friday afternoon, Friday night. That's this model's interpretation of what happens with that clipper, but some other models have it just touching York and Cumberland County, and I tend to err on that side. And so this is not a big deal at all. I just don't want you to be shocked by it and say, well, where's the snow forecast here? I think south of about Falmouth, there's a chance for a coating of snow on Friday night. So again, not a big deal, just worth noting. After that, it gets more interesting. A quiet weekend. It's cold on Saturday and decent on Sunday, but then we get into this big quick ridge Monday and Tuesday. That will come with rain, unfortunately. And then look at the back side of that, which is very purpley, not what you want to see. Gets cold on Wednesday, Thursday, and perhaps into Friday, but we do moderate into the mid-range. It doesn't look all that bad. Now, of course, when you pop into the low 50s in December, it usually is not going to be with sun, and it won't be this time, with rain all the way up into Quebec and beyond for Monday night into Tuesday, and then we crash back down. So just be aware of that crash, because it will probably be a relatively hard freeze on surfaces that have been melting. That's about it. As I mentioned before, you look into the mid-range and it's not too enticing. It's not overly cold, so that's good, because November, of course, as we know, went down as a cold month here. So we're kind of flattening out to average now.
That's not bad. Average is okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
Really.